This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Going balls out in the lumberyard.
Watching the Grunion Pro Magi. If you're listening to this, don't even waste your time.
Hello and welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 235. I'm joined by Ryan Holes and Kevin Rakestraw. How are you guys doing?
Man.
Yeah.
Kevin,
What?
how are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Nice. Very great.
Indeed.
Guys keeping warm in this snowy weather?
You know it.
Yeah.
What is that?
He was about to get into it, then he's like, nah, I'm not going to get into it.
Nah, I'm not going to bother. What movie do we have you watch this week, Ryan? Rogue. Picked this in honor of the Belko Experiment coming out this week. This came out in 2007. This is written and directed by Greg McCrean.
Oh, God.
Greg McLean. I have a synopsis here. An American journalist on assignment in the Australian outback encounters a man-eating crocodile while trapped on a rapidly flooding mud island.
Ooh.
Yeah. The stars Rhonda Mitchell, Sam Worthington's in there, Stephen Curry. Ryan, tell us a little bit about Rogue.
Well, at the beginning of the movie, you meet the main character, and he's he writes travel letters to where he was on vacation, and he's down Australia to write about crocodiles. And long story short, they take him and a bunch of other tourists on this, I guess we call it scenic boat tour. There's like big canyon full of water. And at one point, one of the people on the boat happens to see a flare going off. So they thought they were seeing things, and it turns out someone else is recording everything. So they replayed this shit again. And the head of the boat, she's like, well, we have to go help them. Because if it were you shooting off the flare, you'd want help. So they go investigate. And when they do that, they find a sunken ship in the ravine. And they run over it, and the boat gets haunted and sinks. They all get off the boat, and they get on this island, which, due to tidal shifting, will no longer be around in, I think it's 12 hours, maybe a little longer. And decide to try and get off this little island and back on the mainland. And there happens to be a crocodile that is like, I believe, 21 feet long. And it inhabits this area. And you find out later that's a little cave dwelling. Apparently, it bites people one time and then drags them back to this little cave. And somehow it neatly pulls them up rather than eating them. And at one point, when they're trying to get across the water off this island, the shiplet, the head of the ship, it's not really a ship, tourist boat, ends up falling into the water and getting eaten or bit on once, and it's taken back to the crocodile's lair. And this guy somehow makes friends with the complete stranger. And halfway through the movie, she knows she's probably gonna die. So she asks the guy if he'll watch her dog, even though she has no idea, she never met him before. And Hercules smiled. Then they get on the mainland, and everyone gets separated. And the dog ends up barking, looking around and finding this lair. and eventually he gets eaten by the crocodile. So the guy goes to investigate and finds the woman half-eaten in this lair. And somehow, partway through, she miraculously wakes up, even though the crocodile clearly bit her and put her entire body underwater and drug her away. And he finds her half alive and tries to help her escape. And eventually ends up biting this crocodile and killing it. And then you see her being airlifted out of this crocodile area. And you also, another part, you see the guy towards the end of the movie. You see the guy running in, I'd say probably a little higher than knee-deep water. Now, if you're in an area that's infested by crocodiles, why would you do that? There is no, I mean, they could easily sneak up underwater and take you down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
But,
does really seem they have the upper hand in that situation.
yes. So he escaped, they all escape, and the movie ends with seeing a news article from the restaurant at the very beginning of the movie that says local man, tourist saves local woman from 7-meter crocodile. And that's it.
Now, I was actually a big fan of this movie when this came out. What did you think of it, Ryan?
I liked it, except for when he's going through knee-deep water.
You didn't like the water running.
No.
Everything else was fine. The knee-deep water running, that was just silly.
Yeah.
It's just bridge too far.
It feels like I've seen this movie before.
You might have seen it before.
You never know. It's a possibility.
I think there's a couple things going against this movie unfairly. One is the just the fact that it's like an animal movie, a killer animal movie. Those are generally like, oh well, that's probably bad because of all the terrible sci-fi movies that have come out over the years. And the other thing is that the poster for this movie looks not great. It looks like one of those just straight to DVD. Again, bad giant.
I just love how
movie.
it says real big, how fast can you swim? Not faster than a crocodile, I can tell you that right now.
Nope.
No one
The
can.
answer is not faster than a 7-meter long crocodile.
Yeah. Like, what kind of question is that?
Also, the CG in this video is pretty awful.
Well, this came out. This is old. So, if I remember correctly, the non-CG stuff, like the puppeteering stuff, looked really good.
Yeah.
They don't use a real croc.
I don't know, dude. Maybe when it's like swimming. So if I remember correctly, there were some scenes that looked really good.
Just got like some stock footage of a big croc.
I believe you would be hard pressed to find a 21-foot long crocodile.
Yeah, that's
True.
a big one. That's a big one.
It's apparently based on a real crocodile. It was 5.1 meters.
What?
That's pretty big.
It's
not 7 though.
It was from 1974 to 1979. Attacked a bunch of boats in Australia.
7 meters. That's 2 meters long. That's like 12 feet.
Yeah.
How the hell did
it's still huge, but
I do like that the crocodile's name was Sweetheart.
Nice.
The croc that was destroying all these boats in Australia during the 70s, they decided their name's Sweetheart.
Oh, Adam's saying nice.
No, it's that Australian sense of humor.
The dog that's in this, his name is Kevin.
Did it?
And that brought a smile to my face.
Did it break your heart though when that dog got eaten?
Yes.
Better have.
Actually, it did.
Did it hurt more because he was named Kevin?
I think no. I think just because there's a dog.
No, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, jerk.
Sorry,
And
Kevin.
Was now I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen this movie. I don't remember too much about it, but I do remember it being pretty funny. Like there being a lot of humor in it. Was that true? Was there a lot of humor in it?
Yeah, when like at certain parts with the local Australian people that are also in this canyon, they play a small part in it, and they're fucking idiots. All they do is they do stupid shit. I don't know, they're like crazy hillbillies, but Australian people.
I gotta say, it sounds like they all do stupid shit. Because I noticed when you were kind of recounting the film there, you pointed out that they did a lot of investigating. Now, if I was someone and there's a 7-meter croc around, I don't think I would need to investigate. I think like as soon as you get the information of how big that croc is, that's all you need to do. Like you don't need to investigate any further.
I think you just need to investigate on killing it rather than trying to run away from it.
I think maybe just like leave it be.
Yeah, just don't be anywhere near it.
They
Yeah.
could, man. Get away from it. That'd be an idea.
Because it seems like one of the like, do you really need to be on a mud island? Like it's a mud island.
Well, didn't they get trapped on the island?
Yeah, because their boat got a hole in the hull.
Probably from the croc sabotage.
No, there wasn't.
The old crocodile sabotage.
He was setting that up for later.
It sure was.
There was another sunken boat that they went over by mistake.
Mm.
I put a hole in their boat.
Gotta stay away from those mud islands.
I totally forgot Sam Worthington was in this. How was he?
I'm not sure who it is.
Sam Worthington? Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Wazikowski was also in this.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Played Sherry.
Oh yeah. Interesting. So let's talk about Greg McLean, or as I like to call him, Gleg.
Good old Gleg.
So he probably most famously directed Wolf Creek. That was one that kind of put him on the map. Now I think you saw that one, right, Ryan? Wolf Creek?
No, the other wolf I can think of is Wolf of Wall Street.
Wildly different movie. Wolf Creek is the one about the kids who are like backpacking in the outback, and they end up meeting up with this this guy in the bush, and he ends up kidnapping and torturing them.
I think I remember some of that.
It was awesome. It was great. It came out at, I think that Greg McLean's part of this whole Splat Pack group with like Eli Roth and Alexander Aja, like these guys, because they were all kind of coming out with these types of movies around this time.
Yeah.
It was right at the sort of beginning of the whole torture porn type movie. And Wolf Creek was definitely one of the better ones. And then after that, he came out with Rogue, and then took a bit of a break. He didn't do a whole lot after Rogue. He did do Wolf Creek 2 in 2013, which was a lot different than Wolf Creek 1. With Wolf Creek 2, it was completely centered on the killer. Like the whole movie followed the killer. So it was sort of like I think it was like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 they did that, where it was called Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and it kind of followed that fucked up family. Or Devil's Rejects. That's another example where the first one was more of a traditional kind of slasher movie, and then the second one actually followed those killers around for the whole thing. I thought it was pretty fun. Wolf Creek 2, it was like more action oriented, but there was some really crazy shit that happened in it. And then he did The Darkness that came out last year. I heard that was really bad. I didn't see it, but I heard wasn't too good. That was the one with Kevin Bacon, where his like kid finds some kind of ancient artifact or something in the Grand Canyon.
You gotta stay away from them artifacts.
Yeah, if you see an ancient artifact, leave it. Just leave it.
Fucking be.
You
If you
do
see a
it.
crocodile, Leave it alone. Stay
Yeah,
away.
these poor way too goddamn nosy.
Exactly. It's Croc. Leave it alone. Just let it live its life.
It's not going to mess with you if you don't get near its feeding area.
Yeah, let it its lair. Don't go in its lair, just let it go.
Yeah. Like, why do you see a croc and you're like, oh, let me try and find its home?
Yeah.
That's just, you want to find the opposite of that.
Exactly. And then after The Darkness, he did the Belko Experiment, which is coming out this week. Wolf Creek 3 has been announced, but it doesn't look like production has begun on that yet. And then he has one that's coming out called Jungle, which is about a group of friends who trek into the Bolivian jungle with a fraudulent guide.
Oh, man.
Stars Daniel Radcliffe.
You got to vet your guides, too.
That interests me. I'm interested in that.
I wonder if the guide's Harry Potter.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
I doubt it. I doubt that he would be a Bolivian guide. I think that he's probably one of the friends that goes in there.
Yeah.
I think it'd be weird for Daniel Radcliffe to be playing a Bolivian guide.
Maybe it's Harry Potter the Bolivian. That's his new character.
Okay. Maybe. Sure, I guess anything's possible. So if you don't remember Wolf Creek or if you never saw it, I guess this is really the only movie that you saw by this guy.
So what are your thoughts on Belko Experiment? Or wait,
we'll get there. Hold on.
I'm sorry. I'm jumping in.
Getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Let's go ahead and give you your score. Ryan, oh, by the way, this Rogue has a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Get the hell out of
here. Yeah. So this is Kevin and I were talking off the air about not talking about scores anymore on the regular weekly show when we do movie predictions. We were talking about just kind of not going over Rotten Tomatoes scores or mentioning them anymore. This is one of the reasons, because Rogue has a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it only has 11 reviews.
Yeah.
So it's like that completely skews the whole system.
Yeah.
Because of course it's at 100%. It's got 11 positive reviews or fresh reviews.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks.
Yep. All right, Ryan. What are you going to give Rogue?
I'm going to give it a 5.
5 out of 10, straight down the middle, manila envelope.
Screwed up that 100%.
Yeah.
Except for when he runs through knee-deep water. I give that part a -5.
Ooh, -5 on the knee-deep water run.
Learn your lesson, filmmakers.
So, have you heard of this movie, The Belko Experiment? Seen any ads for it or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Is this being marketed? Are there ads on TV for this?
I've seen like 2 or 3 ads now.
That's interesting. I didn't know. I never see commercials these days, so I don't know what's being marketed. Now, according to Rotten Tomatoes, this is getting a wide release, which that surprises me even more. I had no idea.
Because when I first saw the first trailer for this, I thought it was like a directed.
Yeah, it's video. And Blumhouse is putting this out, which, Blumhouse is the horror juggernaut led by Jason Blum, and they put out like pretty much all the big horror movies these days. I think they put out they did put out Get Out. They put out like The Conjuring and pretty much every big horror movie you can think of the last like 5 years. It's been a Blumhouse release.
Yeah.
Now Blumhouse Tilt, which is kind of a new offshoot of theirs, has been, at least to me, it seems like it's more focused on lesser titles. You know how like a lot of these companies, they have like lesser title, like Magnolia has Magnet, and IFC has IFC Midnight.
Yeah.
Although one could argue that Midnight is just focusing on like genre films, but I think that goes out the window when you have some like really big movies that IFC puts out and they're like clearly genre pictures on their regular IFC label.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw the Belko Experiment, and I think it's probably okay to talk about it now since it comes out tomorrow, and by the time this airs, it'll be out already. I thought it was pretty average. I'll talk about it more on the weekly show coming up. But what did you think of it, Ryan? Are you into this from what you saw in the ads?
I'm input on different levels.
Oh, multi-level.
I'm really interested in the movie. It looks pretty wild, but I'm also really interested in Charlize Theron.
Yep, Charlize Theron's not in it.
Wow.
So.
There you go.
Were you thinking of John Gallagher Jr.? Because he's in it.
No, then I'm thinking of film. Oh,
You thinking of Atomic Blonde?
Are you thinking of Atomic Blonde?
yes, I am.
Okay. Fair enough.
Let me retract all things about Belko.
We're just gonna skip everything about the Belko Experiment is basically about this group of this office, and they're like trapped in their office and they're forced to kill each other. Like the whole premise is a loudspeaker comes on and they say you have to kill 30 of your fellow employees.
I think I saw one trailer for this.
Yeah, like if 30 people aren't dead in this amount of time, then we'll kill 60 of you. That's like the whole premise. And they're trapped in this office building. I
don't know, the premise seems pretty cool, but I also thought the premise for oh my god, what's that?
Atomic Blonde.
No, where they lock the people, they lock their houses.
Oh, The Purge.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool idea, but there were some really not good movies.
Indeed.
I mean, anytime you have a movie where you're like forcing people to kill each other under duress, it's gonna be kind of entertaining.
Damn.
You know, when you force regular people in that type of situation, it's like the battle royale style movie.
I wish there would I don't want to say redo that movie because I don't want it to be awful, but
I mean, The Hunger Games is probably the closest we'll ever get to it, I think.
But nowhere near bloody enough.
But you could also look at this as like the adult version of it. Instead of having high school kids, you just have a bunch of office drones.
Yeah, like white collar office workers. I mean, it's clear that that's the influence.
Which,
there's
that, and here I'm just going to throw it out. You can have this. The next progression of that is a retirement home.
Oh my god, I would love it.
Oh,
I would love it so much.
Yeah, I would like that one.
There you go. That's free.
But it has to be. It can't be like goofy. It has to be serious.
Serious.
Oh my god, it's like a geriatric battle royale.
Yeah,
I love it.
Exactly.
Breaking hips, and you get the random weapons like in battle royale. Like some people get like a walker or a cane or a bedpan.
Yeah, I mean you have
or a catheter.
You have oxygen tanks and everything that can be utilized.
Oh, there's so many items of murder that you can get from a nursing home.
Oh man, there you go.
Well, also funny items like puree cake because people can't
puree cake
because people can't digest regular food.
They have that dysphagia. What's it called? Dysphagia.
Mm-hmm. Dysphagia diet.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, Kevin and I used to work at a nursing home, by the way, people. So we know a little bit about that.
We all know about that mechanical soft.
Yeah. remember like they would have nectar water and
honey.
Pudding water. Pudding water.
Oh, those poor people.
It's the grossest shit ever.
Yeah.
Oh boy. There was honey, nectar,
pudding,
and pudding. Pudding was the thick one. Those were for people that needed the real thick stuff. So there'd be pudding milk and pudding water and pudding everything.
Gross.
Fucking disgusting.
Any final thoughts, Ryan, on Rogue or the Belko Experiment?
Quit running through neon water.
There we go. All right, I think that's going to do it for this week. You can send us your questions and topics to podcast@filmpulse.net. You can follow us on Twitter @FilmPulseNet, @FilmPulseKevin, and @MyLegsDon'tWork. And if you have a minute, take a look at our Patreon page at patreon.com/FilmPulse and consider helping us out by becoming a subscriber. For Kevin Rakestraw and Ryan Holes, my name's Adam Patterson. We'll see you next week.
See you later.